In today's lesson, we'll be learning how to change standard to vertex form using the technique completing the square. The very first step is to factor out a greatest common factor from the first two terms. Over here we have a hidden 1, and over here we have positive 8. The greatest common factor of 1 and 8 happens to be 1. X squared divided by 1 makes x squared, and positive 8x divided by 1 remains positive 8x. The positive 5 remains outside the bracket. In our next step, we're going to take the coefficient of the term containing x, that is positive 8. We're going to divide it by 2, so 8 divided by 2 becomes 4, and then we're going to square it. 4 to the power of 2 is 16. I'm going to call this number 16 pentagon. The greatest common factor of 1 stays exactly the same outside the brackets. The x squared inside the bracket stays the same. The positive 8x inside the bracket stays the same. Now our pentagon, we're going to write its positive version over here, and we're also going to write its negative version right beside it. The positive 5 outside the bracket stays exactly the same. In our next step, we're actually going to take our negative pentagon and we are going to move it outside the brackets. Now, when you move it outside the brackets, you actually have to multiply it by the greatest common factor in front of the brackets. Let's do that calculation over here. So the greatest common factor is 1, and the negative pentagon happens to be negative 16. So 1 times negative 16 gives negative 16. Everything else stays exactly the same. The 1 stays the same, the x squared stays the same, the positive 8x stays the same, the positive pentagon stays the same, and the positive 5 outside the bracket stays the same. In our next step, we're going to take the negative 16 and positive 5 that were outside the brackets, and we're going to simplify them. So negative 16 plus 5 becomes negative 11. I now want you to focus your attention on the trinomial inside the brackets. The b value here is positive 8. The c value here is positive 16. Using guess and check and mental math, you want to figure out two numbers that add up to 8 and two numbers that multiply to give you 16. So those two numbers happen to be 4 and 4, because 4 times 4 gives you 16 and 4 plus 4 gives you 8. I'm going to take that number positive 4 and place it over here, and I'm going to take the other number of positive 4 and place it over here. When you have something multiplied by itself, another way of writing it is x plus 4 to the power of 2. I want you to transfer that x plus 4 to the power of 2 down below. The greatest common factor of 1 stays the same, and the number outside the brackets, which was a negative 11 from before, goes right over there. If you wanted to interpret this equation in vertex form, you could. This plus 4 means that the parabola is being translated 4 units to the left, and this negative 11 over here means that the parabola is also being translated 11 units down. And it is actually not necessary to write this 1 in front of the brackets as well. So you can remove it before stating your final equation in vertex form.